Hi, Tiffany. Okay, so first off, love, love, love your logo. I don't know Moonbeam's not your last name, but I don't even care. I really love Tiffany Moonbeam. I love that logo. I love all of it. It's gorgeous. I don't know how I feel about your menu over here with the grid. I don't know. I feel like the moons are so organic, and this is like so like the font is so thin. This grid is very bold, and instead of looking at your logo, my eye goes over here to that grid. So I don't know how I feel about the grid. I also don't know how I feel about these two things being separated like this. Yeah, I don't know. I'd get rid of the mail too. I'm just gonna cut through your header right now. I would much rather see these links like on either side of your logo with your logo in the middle. Okay. On mobile, this is probably just a little pancake menu, but on desktop, it's I don't know how I feel about it. It looks kind of odd. I'd much rather see them in a similar lighter font on either side of your logo, and I would get rid of the email from your menu. There's really no point to have that. And I talk about mail tos a lot in my reviews. Nobody really uses mail tos anymore. You really want to try to push them over to your contact page. So I would just get rid of this email here. Because look, honestly, if I click it, and nothing's even going to happen because I don't have mail to set up on my desktop. I think if I click on it from my phone, it would take me to Outlook, and I don't use Outlook. So, and that's going to be true for a lot of people. It's just not a thing that works for a lot of people because it requires setup, and people just don't do that anymore. People are going to be looking for a contact form. Honestly, any website you go on these days, it's a contact form, always. So let's keep it simple, okay? Get rid of your email in the menu. All right, so home, about, info, gallery, blog, connect. Okay, this is just gorgeous. Your work is absolutely stunning. Welcome. Okay, so it's not just... Okay, I do wonder how this would translate on mobile. Because I feel like this would be a lot of a scroll on mobile, especially if it was singular images that I was having to scroll through. So maybe consider switching this up a little bit, especially depending on how it communicates on mobile, because mobile is honestly more important. More people are on mobile than they are on their desktops. But anyway, I love the grid. I just maybe feel like it should be a little shorter. Maybe we drop a row or something. I don't know. It feels too big. Okay. Okay, so then we have to welcome. Hello, my name is Tiffany Moon Tucker, and I'm in the business of making memories. I'm the mother of two, and I know they grow fast. I'm here to capture. I specialize. I take pride. I'm a full-service photographer. I limit the number of weddings. I have a standalone studio. Oh, you see what's happening here, right? This is a lot of I. This is a lot of I. Nobody is reading this. I'm going to tell you that right now. This needs to be about your clients, not about you. Okay? So this is an about me page right here. That's what's happening right here. This is all about you. This is not about your clients. Okay? So you're going to have to rewrite this entire paragraph. And we'll pull back to this in a little bit. But this is... Now you know what I'm talking about now. This is an emotional connection, okay? And this does not need to be a photo of you. This needs to be one of your photos. All right. So this space right here, this is prime real estate. This should be all about your clients and their life and what's going on and why they're hiring a photographer and all of that. This should not be about you at all, like at all. This needs to be about your clients, okay? And this needs to be about what you offer your clients, how you make them feel, what's going on in their lives. This is not for an about you section, okay? That is for later. And then once you create the emotional connection, and we'll talk about that, I'll talk about that later, but you'll create an emotional connection and then have a nice pretty photo of, not you, of one of your clients or something. It can even be like a little grid. It could be like 3 photos if you do multiple genres. And I think you do a few genres. It says you do weddings. It says you do baby and beyond. Motherhood, maternity, newborn. Okay. And then you have a slider. Your work is gorgeous. Really, really just beautiful. Little owl. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous photos. Colorful, classic, timeless photography. Nice. Okay, so you haven't asked me to do anything yet. Like, I'm just scrolling. You haven't actually given me a call to action. You've told me not, and nothing. There's nothing for me to do right now. So these are links. Okay, that's cool. This stuff needs to come up here. So also, where are you located? I think I said it. Did it say it in this paragraph? Springerville, Arizona. Okay, this needs to be bigger. What you do and where you're located needs to be more obvious. Instead of saying welcome, you should really consider using this space right here to say that you are a maternity, newborn, and I don't know if you want to say wedding or portrait, but I mean, I would say maternity and newborn photographer in Springerville, Arizona. Or whatever your show, I don't know what show low is. If that's like a search term that people actually use, I don't know what that means, but that's what needs to go here, okay? Wherever you're located, and the genre that you provide needs to be some kind of header, all right? And then this needs to be an emotional connection. You need to talk about babies and motherhood and how wonderful this time is and what they're going through. Like, talk about that. There's no reason to talk about yourself yet, okay? Because honestly, clients don't care yet. They just don't. They're on your website not to get to know you, but to get to know what you do for them, okay? How you're going to make them feel, what they're going to walk away with. Like, why are they hiring you? What's going on in their lives that makes them want to have this documented, okay? That is this space. And again, where you're located and your genres need to be much bigger. And then from here, you need a call to action. Stop putting your email address randomly. Don't do that. We're not ready for that, okay? We're creating a path. We're guiding. We're hand-holding these potential clients through your website. So the next thing you need here is some kind of call to action. Now, ideally, we're going to an informational page. I know you have info, and then I know you have the portfolios down here. So I'm actually going to see what's going on here. Okay, so your info page. Warrants, FAQ, pricing, client love. Goals to make couples and families feel like their family, feel comfortable and well guided during their weddings and sessions. I feel like clients are at ease and well-directed and professional and fun way we can make magic moments. Okay. Awards and accomplishments, nice. FAQ. Yeah, that's again, homepage. When will I get my photos back? How long will our shoot be? How many images do I receive? It's okay. I'm not really sure what that's doing. Contact me, okay. Average investment. Okay. Client love and oh, it's a slider. Okay, so your FAQ is just not sliding. Okay, so I really like your website. I like the branding. I like all of these like polka dots and your fonts. I do really like what's happening here. I don't know if your FAQ really needs to be right here. You know, I think I'm going to go over here real quick. I want to see what's going on. All right, galleries. This is when I click the gallery tab. Colorful, classic, timeless. I like that. Fees. Did you have pricing again? Weddings, newborns, families, and maternity. Oh, okay. Senior. Okay, so why are these sliders and this isn't? It all needs to be the same, okay? I actually really like these sliders. I'm not normally a huge fan of like multiple galleries on one page, but I actually don't mind how this is laid out. And I really like the sliders. I would change the family maternity photos into another slider. I really like the slider. If you have 4 sliders, I really think that's wonderful. I also really like this sort of intro-y thing that's happening here. Like, I really like it. I would get rid of your pricing here, okay? I don't think you need pricing, and I would, we're missing a link, okay? You do need a link out somewhere else. And I really feel like it should go to your info page. Okay, so yeah, I would take pricing out of here. You don't need it on your gallery page. You already have it on your info page. You don't need it in 2 places at all, okay? But you do need a link here. And I feel like it should go over to your info page. Feels like that would make the most sense. But it's really going to depend on how you want people to come through your site. Do you want them to go to your galleries, or do you want them to go to info? That's really what it's going to come down to. And I really like how this is laid out. I really think maybe either a button to go over to your contact page or a button over to your info page. Either way, you need a button here because right now it's a dead end. And what I mean by a dead end is you're not telling me what to do. You're not giving me an action except for follow me, and you're telling me to go away somewhere else, okay? We don't want to do that. You don't want to send me away, all right? We need a call to action up here. Either, like I said, either to your info page or to your contact page, one or the other. Either way, the galleries need to link somewhere else, okay? Either to info or contact. Now, if you're going from info to galleries, then I think that is fine to push it over to the contact page. Okay. Galleries. Oh. Okay, so that is like really silly. These all go to the same page. Right? Is that... I'm gonna double check this, but I think all of these go to the same page. I think they just might pop down, right? Is that what's happening? Yeah. Yep. Okay, so, you do not need 4 links on your homepage. That is totally pointless. That's just going to confuse people if they're all going to the same place. This is not, I don't like that. Okay. All right. So once you make your emotional connection, I'm feeling like you either need to get them over to gallery or to the info page, one or the other. I don't really think it's going to matter. But you do need to make sure whichever you decide is creating a distinct path through your website. So getting from home to galleries to info to contact, or getting from home to info to galleries to contact. One or the other needs to be your main path. And then all the other pages on your website, which you don't really have, I think it's only your about and your blog, those need to go to your either info or gallery page as well. Okay. One more note about your gallery page is your homepage says that you only take on a couple weddings, but it's the first gallery that you show. That leads me to believe that you mostly do weddings, right? If it's weddings are the things you do the least, then they should be at the bottom. Okay? And then I honestly would have newborns right up at the top. I would do newborns, maternity, families, seniors, and then weddings. That's the order that these galleries need to be in, okay? And again, you need a button here. And get rid of the pricing. Then, so honestly, I really feel like your biggest issue here is it's a lack of a clear, concise path through your website. That is the biggest issue that I am seeing at the moment, is you're not telling clients where they need to go or what they need to do in order to contact you. Like, yeah, sure, they could click contact. And yeah, you list your email. Nobody's going to copy and paste an email. I'm just telling you that right now. Nobody is doing that. Your logo doesn't take you back to the home page. Just heads up on that one. I know I can click home, but this should also go home. That's like default website thing that all websites do. You click the logo, you end up on the home page. Okay, about You're Adorable. I love this. Okay. Beautiful. View galleries. Okay, I would have a link here. You can totally have view galleries still down here, but you need a link right in here as well, a button. That goes either to the info or to the gallery, whichever order you think is more important, then that's the way you need to go. Okay. So figure out if you want people to come through your gallery first, or if you want them to come through your info page first. Okay. Because your home page needs to guide them to one of those pages, info or gallery. So with your goal being when they get to your home page, they're going to scroll a little. They're going to see where you're located and what you do, right? You're going to make an emotional connection with them. You're not going to say, I me, my. You're going to talk about the time of their life and what they're going through and their big milestones that are happening. Pregnancy, wedding, baby, like big milestones. That's what you're focusing on, right? Talk about changes in their lives. Talk to them like they're people. Don't talk about yourself, okay? And then you're going to have a link, and it's either going to say learn more about sessions or learn more about the experience. or view the galleries, right? See, check out more photos, whichever way you want to go, okay? But one link, either to the gallery page or to the info page, one or the other, okay? But you need to tell them where you want them to go, period. Done. Tell them where you want them to go, all right? Past this point, it doesn't really matter what you have. I do like the slider here. So if you have a button, totally fine to leave the slider here. And that's fine. It does all go out to your galleries. But you're linking to your gallery here. So this isn't really necessary. I really like these rollovers with the descriptors. And I wonder if you could do that, but have them not be linkable. Or lower the words down to like the bottom third and just have them overlaid on top of the photo. And then maybe do like 1, 2, 3, 4 photos all the way across. So they're not like layered on top of each other like this. I think that could be a really nice graphic with the descriptors on top of the photos, but don't have them link out to the galleries because like what happened a minute ago, I assumed this was going to take me to a newborn gallery, and it does, but it also takes me to all of the other galleries, and that's not inherently clear. So that can be very confusing. Read the blog and then the gallery. So yeah, so I like this, and about me is fine, and contact me. I like all of this. This is all wonderful. Honestly, you could probably get rid of this and just keep the slider. I like the slider gives like a nice break between what's going to be your emotional connection, the call to action. You got this little break, and then dive into all the other areas of your website. I think that could be good. Honestly, as much as I like these overlays, I don't think they're necessary. I really don't. But you do need your call to action here. So then if you go home, info, then this needs to link to the gallery page, okay? Awards, FAQ, pricing, client love. So this isn't a ton of info, actually. This is all like really generic info. You're not, I mean, this is pretty good, but you're not really telling me like what you do specifically for your clients. Your FAQ is super generic. When will I get my photos? How long will our shoot be? How many images do I get? That doesn't tell me anything that makes you unique. And it doesn't, I mean, an FAQ doesn't really have to, but this page isn't giving me like awards, FAQ, awards. That goes on your About Me page, honestly. Or at the bottom, okay? Because even more important than awards is your reviews, okay? So even more important than your awards are what other people say about you, period. So I would move the awards down. You have this lovely little blip here, but this is honestly a perfect spot to expand on what you do. You use all of these words. You have like colorful, classic, timeless, soft, adorable, dreamy, organic, bold, glowing, casual, airy, bright, fun, fashionable, chic, elegant. You have all of these like hot words, okay? This right here, this space is like the perfect spot to expand on those things. Talk about what your clients are going to feel and what you offer that's different from everybody else. Because right now you haven't given me anything that's different. Even your about you, like even this right here, this doesn't, there's like nothing super unique about what you're saying. It's all just any photographer could copy and paste this, change your name, put it on their website, and go. There's nothing unique about this, okay? And that is a problem. So I'm not trying to like shove you down into the ground talking about this paragraph, but like we need unique words from you, okay? That's like the big thing here is you have to make emotional connections. You can have a pretty website and pretty photos and all the awards and accomplishments, but it's not going to get you booked, okay? And that is the problem. So this space right here, awards and accomplishments, we need to replace it with something. Honestly, you could totally take this colorful, classic, timeless photography, or even get rid of photography. Colorful, classic, timeless, and organic. Or bold. I like that too. Colorful, classic, timeless, bold would be really nice. And put that here instead of awards and accomplishments. And then talk about bold, classic, timeless, colorful. Talk about how that relates to your clients and why it's beneficial or whatever. But you need more about your clients here, okay? More about what you offer your clients. And then I like the FAQ. I don't think this is necessary. I think you could get rid of this pricing and put it as a question 5 on your FAQ, quite honestly. I don't think it needs to be its own thing. And mostly because when you see it as a link here, I'm assuming that it's going to be like all of the pricing, and it's not. It's just an average investment. So I feel like it doesn't need its own giant space that takes up the entire page. It could just be here in your FAQ. And your awards can go down here quite nicely, actually. And then you have your client love, which I like as well. So client love is a slider. However, FAQs are not. Oh, it is. Oh, that was weird. It did not slide for me before. Okay. All right. I'm okay with it. So question 8 can totally be what do sessions cost? You have space for it. Actually, you have space for a 4th question without going over into another slider. So, yeah, I would totally switch that up. But you do need more info here about what it is to work with you. There's just not enough about working with you. It's pretty. And I really actually like how it navigates. I'm not usually a fan of the jumpy pages, but I really like how it flows on your website. So I'm gonna say let it stay. But you need to drop the awards down and you need to talk more about what you do here, okay? And then maybe get a photo in here somewhere. Because you've got a photo at the top and you've got a photo at the bottom kind of blocked out there. And then this wedding photo. I feel like you need a photo in here somewhere. Okay, so figure out how to get another photo in this space. And it could even be like with this paragraph. It could just be like off to the side or just in between the FAQ and the block that you're going to put here. Okay, but you need another photo in here somewhere because look, there's an area of scroll right here where there's no photos. You're a photographer. You can't have that. There has to be photos everywhere. Like I should always be able to see like at least an edge of one of your photos. Okay. All right. So you do have some homework here. I do want to see what your contact page. Oh, I like your contact page. Name, email, phone, preferred date, session type, message, send it over. I love it. Perfect, simple, easy, beautiful. I love that. I love simple and to the point. Okay, so you do have some homework here though. You need to, we're gonna just do a recap here. I don't know how I feel about the menu being up here. I would get rid of the mail to. Anywhere you have a mail to, get rid of it and just replace with contact me. with a link to your contact page, okay? You don't have to list out your email everywhere because nobody is copying, pasting, and nobody's clicking on it. I think I'd really love to see, though, this menu like on either side of your logo across the top, really simply. Or like straight underneath your logo. Just very simple with no grid. And I don't mind the grid where it is in other areas on your website because I think it's down in your footer. Yeah, see, I don't mind it here. I like this. But it just doesn't fit at the top for some reason. And it might just be that it's competing with your logo, which I really love. So think about that. Think about fixing this grid, maybe shrinking it up to only take up like this much space. Okay, I like the grid. I like all the photos you have in it, but think about shrinking it up because you don't want to have too much of a scroll before you hit this point. This point, again, it's going to be your where you're located in your genre. You're going to change this photo to one of your photos, not of you, but of your whatever genre you want to put here. You're going to change this to an emotional connection. Talk about your clients and what they're going through in these milestones of their lives. Then you're going to give me a link either to galleries or info, one or the other. If you link to galleries, then the gallery page needs to link to the info page. If you link to info, then the info page needs to take you over to galleries. Okay? Honestly, I think you should go galleries and then info. I think that's how I would do it. But that is totally up to you and how you want to do that. Then we're going to keep going. We're going to leave this lovely scrolly gallery here. I would get rid of these. As much as I like the way it looks, I don't think it's doing you any favors. And then this is all wonderful. I like all of this. Okay, so then we're going to get over to the galleries. I love this so much. You're going to get rid of the fees and get rid of all of that. Replace it with a button, okay, that says click to learn more about sessions or learn more about working with me or something that's very obvious. Click for more info, okay? Definitely put a button here that is leading them over to more info, all right? Then they can come look through your galleries, switch this gallery to a slider. You got to make it matching. And then from your info page, we're going to move the awards down to the bottom, put pricing into the FAQ, give more of an emotional connection here with what you do and how you work and what the benefits are of hiring you specifically, and a link to contact you, okay? There needs to be a contact point right after this paragraph that you're going to put here, all right? Contact and then a photo. Then we can keep scrolling into here. This is going to be your awards. And then I would have a contact button, one more spot, maybe with your awards, put in another button to contact you towards the bottom, okay? There's no harm in having 2 points of contact on this info page because from here, they're going to come over to contact, okay? So that is your goal. So the biggest issue with your website is that you don't have a solid path through it. You're not telling me where to go. You're not telling me what to look at. You're just sort of leaving it to the client to assume that they know where to go and what to do. And you're not making emotional connections. You talk a lot about I, me, my, but you're not giving info that's beneficial to them outside of the generic photography session info. So there's really nothing that is telling me in words why you are unique or why you are the person that I should be hiring. Your photos are beautiful, but beautiful photos and a beautiful website aren't enough anymore. You have to have those words and you have to have that hand holding through the website from home to contact. Every single page outside of that main path that you're creating needs to link out to either the galleries or the info, even your blogs. You can have a little link right here. This is learn more about working with me, and it links over to the info page. Easy as that. Okay? You gotta have that. They're beautiful. Yeah, so totally. Okay, so there's some information. Here's some information. And you have your email and your phone number. No, don't put email and phone number. Just put contact me here. Click to contact me and have it link over to your contact page, okay? Anywhere it's this, just link over to your contact page, okay? Now, your contact page, as a final note here, can absolutely have a note that says, feel free to email or call me if you prefer, you know, or just have a little blip down here with your email and your phone number. No big. Then they can make the choice. But this form just makes it very easy, okay? And then you have your email and your phone number at the bottom too. So it's all good. Okay, so like I said, you do have a little bit of work to do, but it's mostly creating that path through your website and then creating some emotional content that connects with your clients outside of the visual, because your photos are gorgeous. I'm emotionally connected to your photos, but I'm not emotionally connected to your words, okay? So the words need to go with the photos. As far as an emotional connection goes, like, why am I hiring you specifically? Really think about that, okay? And I'll give you final words right here. Creating emotional words is hard, and talking about what you do is hard. I get it. I totally get it. So what I want you to do is I want you to take out your phone, and I want you to get your voice for your sound recorder, your voice recorder, or video, whatever, and flip your phone upside down so it's just recording your voice, however you want to do it. I want you to record yourself looking at your photos and talking about your photos. Talk about the sessions, talk about what you remember from the session, talk about how you remember feeling, talk about things, you know, how did your parents feel, those parents feel during their session, what was going on with babies, like, talk about it. And it's going to be uncomfortable and it's going to be awkward, but talk for like 30 minutes and then go back and listen to it. And you're going to start to be able to pull out little things that you can use and expand on in your website. Natural, organic things and the way you talk about your work and your sessions that you can start to use, okay? So, again, your work is gorgeous. And your website and branding is beautiful, but there is a disconnect when you start to talk about yourself, because we're just not ready for that yet, okay? So yeah, and again, on your About page, you need a call to action as well. Every single page needs to link back in to that main path. Home, gallery, info, contact. Home, gallery, info, contact. Also rearrange your menu to be in that order. Home, gallery, info. Then you can have about, blog, connect. Okay? But those first couple links need to be the order that you want them to go in. All right? So you have some work to do. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And again, your work is beautiful. And good luck.